All right, all right. We're back. We're here. Kane and Ice post-game show. Of course, awesome national championship game just ended. I had to go back and review to figure out where the refs missed some very key calls. To somehow
boy. Here we go.
That pass interference in the end zone, very ticky-tack call. But, I'm a man. I'll pay off the bet. All right, so
hey, wait a minute. Before you start, let's make it loud and make it proud.
All right, you ready? So I've never actually heard this chant, so I'm assuming just ACC.
No.
Say. Is that right?
I need some emotion.
Say. Yeah, Clemson. That's Spur. Boo, Spur. Best Clemson fan impersonation. Oh, sorry, I forgot another piece of Clemson fan impersonation. 2 + 2 is 5. Everybody knows that.
Hater.
I got
Hater.
At Clemson. Everybody knows that. 2 + 2.
I don't know why are you such a hater, man? What's wrong, man?
What?
What's wrong, man?
Haters are those ignorant Clemson fans booing Spurrier because he's going in the Hall of Fame. Come on. Class, Clemson.
Hey,
go to class.
They're cheering right now, though, aren't they?
Huh?
They're cheering right now.
What? All right. So somehow they managed to defeat Alabama. Of course, Clemson's offense started out slow. Of course, I don't know if you saw the news about Derrick Rose not showing up to the game.
Yeah, I saw that. It's kind of like a –
yeah, so I was wondering if Deshaun Watson didn't show up either at one point. But
well, for about a quarter and a half, the answer was no.
I think he got that clothesline. I think it took him a little bit to get himself together. I mean, that thing was.
Yeah, same thing with Mike Williams, man. When he got hit on that one catch he had, they're like. And they showed him on the sideline, like, man, that dude stole his soul, man. I don't know if this dude's coming back or not.
Yeah, and then, for a while, you didn't see him. Like, did he go into witness protection program? Like, they got the ball to King. But,
yeah, I thought he was going to be in the concussion protocol or something with that hit, man, because he got lit up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was questionable targeting, but I ain't going to say nothing. He just got lit up.
Yeah.
And, I was like, he might not be back in this game, and without him, they definitely wouldn't have won. They definitely wouldn't have won.
Oh, no. And obviously that pass interference call in the end zone, if that had been any other receiver, I don't think the dude would even reach out to grab him like that. Because really, at that point, there was no reason to do that.
No, I thought the ball was going to be uncatchable or where he couldn't get to it, but he panicked because it's Mike Williams, and Mike Williams been hot for the last quarter and a half, so he just reached out and grabbed him instead of giving him a chance.
Right, because he saw his help was coming over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But panicked, I guess you'd say. But, that's between winning and losing, the mental plays, and you've played, right? Heard a million times, game of inches. Just like when Leggett didn't run out the route and end up stretching and didn't quite catch it, game of inches.
Yeah. Exactly.
But, it started out slow, but, the offense has picked up in the fourth quarter because once Clemson took the lead, I really thought, okay, Alabama – I didn't think Hurts could put together a drive to take Alabama that far,
No, I didn't either. They had some good play calling, and I think Clemson kind of sat back a little bit.
Yeah, he made a play with his legs.
And then he made a play with his legs. Yeah, exactly.
He got kind of paralyzed. Instead of coming up to attack him and make a decision, he just waited too long, and then Hurts just –
he was by him so quick.
But, Clemson's offense picked up, came right back. So, that last, 5 minutes or 7, I guess the last 7 minutes of the game, was.
Yeah, that was something else, back and forth.
Yeah.
You had 4 touchdowns within that. So that was pretty back and forth there. But, well, I thought when Clemson took the lead the first time, I thought, like you said, that Hurts wouldn't be able to put a series together and bring it back down the field. But the combination of Clemson sitting back, and I think, sitting back and waiting for him to make a play, and then, he runs through the offense with a couple of runs.
Mm-hmm.
that third down pass that he made across the field, they got them the 4th and 1.
4th and short, yeah.
Yeah, that pass right there was immense. That was huge there. So that got them back, and I thought, that was a backbreaker for Clemson that whole series. I think that play right there kind of broke their back for the series. But even with that, I looked at it, I was like, okay, Deshaun Watson got 2 minutes. I said, he's got time, and I guarantee you, Alabama's going to do the same thing. I was sitting back here telling my friends, Alabama's going to do the same thing. They're going to sit back and play it safe and give Clemson a couple of chances to make a couple of plays. And I was like, this is the wrong person to give those chances to make those couple of plays. You don't want to give Deshaun Watson anything. They probably come out better just to play their normal defense. But you know how coaches think they're going to play it safe and play the the drop back. You don't want to get hit over the top.
I think they want the initial coverage.
With the games Kane and Mike Williams are having in the second half, Alabama definitely didn't want to get hit deep, so they were playing it safe.
Right. They're looking for that initial coverage, hoping pass rush can get there, somebody can make a play.
Yeah, and that pass rush, I think maybe that Alabama defensive line wore down in the fourth quarter because they were getting no pressure those last two drives on Watson. He was pretty much just sitting in the pocket throwing darts. Early in the game, he wasn't getting no chances to throw the ball. I mean, they were all over him, coming off the edge. I think that they talk about that freshman right tackle that Clemson got. He was getting abused by Ryan Anderson the whole game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Ryan Anderson looked like Von Miller a few plays there.
Those last two series, though, he just wasn't there. And like I said, I think the rest of them got tired, too. So,
You could be onto something because I remember last week going into the game, they were talking about Alabama, last year having basically 7, 8 defensive linemen that were in the normal rotation. And this year having 4. So, it makes a huge difference, especially when you consider that basically off a month and then you have a game and a week later another game. I guess you could be kind of winded. But, Clemson made plays at the end of the day. Alabama didn't, or at least defensively didn't. The offense gave them actually, surprisingly enough, the offense gave them a chance to win in the end, and the defense couldn't hold up. So big props to Clemson,
I think it was key. Another thing that Clemson was able to run a lot of plays this game. I think they said Clemson almost ran like 93, 95 plays. I mean, that's a ton of time for a defensive line to be on the front, especially when Clemson goes up tempo those last two series. And, the plays are just coming, they're coming, and you're just trying to run.
And having a mobile quarterback, somebody has to follow him on every play, right? So it's not like he hands the ball off and everybody can just jump on the running back. Somebody's expending more energy to make sure he's not running a bootleg or whatever. And Clemson had a lot of action in the backfield. They bring somebody across, and then the guys.
Yeah, there was a lot of action going on back there.
Like make scissor cuts and double fake handoffs and all that stuff. So all that stuff's going to require defense to use some energy. So great game planning. Obviously able to hold on to the ball enough to run all those plays, which I thought Alabama's strategy would be to try to run the ball and hold on to it more. And I think that probably may have been the case if Bo didn't go down.
Yeah, Bo going down and him going out the game. Yeah, that kind of.
To me, it seemed like they got too. I don't know. Just seemed like there were too many pass plays to me for Hurts, and a lot of the pass plays seem to be slow developing. And
a lot of the flags,
really deep bootlegs. And I guess, it really just seems like they just do all that for him to end up throwing the ball out of bounds. Like, how many times did that happen? You know what I mean? Like, is that the purpose? Am I missing something? Like, just give that cat some quick something, But to me, also another thing I noticed, and now don't get wrong, obviously you went undefeated, right? You Alabama, you were undefeated, but you had that month off. It didn't seem like they really revamped the playbook or come with anything special because a couple times like Bo where knowing exactly what's coming, especially on the screen passes. So you didn't even come with special screens in these last, this whole month you had, So, and I, of course, not a coach, and I guess, if you're undefeated, right, why add to something or if it's not broken? But at some point, you got to realize that the other teams had a month to cover you and break you down, especially considering you two played each other last year, so they're familiar with you. I don't know, just certain things I didn't quite understand, like why do you fire your offense coordinator when you won a national championship?
Like I told you in the preview, what are they going to do? They're going to do the same thing Saban always wants to do: run.
And some of it's probably, like you said, it's probably Saban being Saban, like, I can do it my way, da 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 da.
Exactly.
And even after Bo went out, the other tailback was, when they gave him the ball, was making plays. Why'd you just stop? Why didn't you just feed him? I didn't quite understand that. It's not like Hurts was because a lot of times Hurts would run that long bootleg, and it's not like he would go straight into a run. He would kind of just wait a little bit. Sometimes he seemed a little too hesitant to me, and then throw it out of bounds. So I couldn't understand why they weren't just feeding the tailback, especially knowing Clemson has, some big dudes up front. Why aren't you trying to wear them down? And the running game is what's got you here. So I don't know. But, anyway, big props to Clemson. Congratulations. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
There goes the hater part again, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, I think, like I said, I think Bama kind of rested on his laurels a little too much this game, especially when they started missing a couple of key cogs, like when Bo went out. Their wide receivers wasn't getting much separation even when they were throwing the ball. So that goes back to that Clemson knows that Alabama's not going to take deep shots. They're only going to throw the ball 5-10 yards down the field anyway. With that being said, even Boulware, they looked like Clemson was very well prepared on defense.
Yeah.
Because they were snuffing out some of Alabama's plays before they were even running them. And that goes back to the film study, because I think really that they sat on their laurels a little too much and just thought that that same game plan that for last year would work this year. But you got a different cast. Like I said, that defensive line was deep last year. They rotated. This year, I think Clemson wore them down with the tempo in the third and fourth quarter.
Last year you had a quarterback you trusted to throw the ball downfield more.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if you look at Ridley's numbers from last year to this year.
Ridley
dropped
down. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Ridley could have been, if you had a quarterback you trusted, Ridley could have been way more of a factor, and defense would have to adjust him. But Clemson didn't have to worry about adjusting to him because
they wasn't
right.
Exactly.
But Alabama tonight really reminded me of like those LSU teams that had like the sorry quarterback, but you got like Beckham and you got great wide receivers and all this great talent, but you're relying on defense because your quarterback either you don't trust or he sucks, or both. It's kind of what they reminded me of tonight. Like I said, like when Clemson took the lead, I really thought, okay, this one's over, and they pulled out a couple plays and then Hurts makes the big run. But even then, he didn't depend on his arm to, make the plays to get him. One third down play where he scrambled.
I said he had about 150 throwing. If you took that blown coverage away where he hit Howard down the sideline, Jalen Hurts didn't do squat throwing the ball the rest of the night. No,
because there were other plays where the wide receiver was getting behind the DB, but he was throwing it like 5 yards past him. Like there's no touch.
He overthrew it about 3 or 4
no touch at all. It's like I just launch it, Which is a little surprising, as they said, like his dad was a coach and all this other stuff. I guess he's a freshman, but still, like, wow.
I guess he throw the ball.
Yeah, maybe his dad like a defensive coach or something. Obviously hadn't worked on him with touch and that type of thing. All right. Of course, I know Clemson's going to be losing a lot. Of course, Hurts will be back. Bo will be back. Hopefully his injury isn't too bad. You can't really tell. He got up and walked off, so it made me think it's not too bad. But he never came back, so. Alabama, they kind of just reload.
Yeah, Alabama will reload. Clemson's going to have to build back up a little bit. They're losing a lot. I'm not saying defensively. Defensively, they'll probably be tough again next year.
Yeah,
But
they got that freshman defensive tackle who's a stud.
They got a couple of in the secondary.
Start.
Yeah, but the offense will be decimated. I mean, you're losing Gallman, you're losing your starting running back, your best wide receiver in Williams, and then your quarterback, who's going to go down as the best quarterback in school history. So, you're losing that. There'll be some lumps next year. I mean, and this goes for the whole ACC as a whole. I think I read a stat a day ago that the whole coastal division of the ACC, everybody will have a brand new quarterback next year. Everybody. I mean, North Carolina's losing theirs, Georgia Tech's losing theirs, Virginia Tech lost theirs, Miami lost theirs. So your top teams in the coastal, everybody's going to be missing a quarterback. Clemson's going to be missing a quarterback. So the only quarterback of note that's returning is Florida State next year, and he was a freshman, kind of like Alabama this year with Hurts. So it's going to be a struggle next year for Clemson. I still think they're probably besides Florida State, the most talented team in the ACC, man for man. So they'll still win some games, but this was their year to do it, and so they needed to pull it off this year, and they did.
So you think Florida State will probably be the ACC favorite going in next season?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, they're returning so much. They're going to lose a couple of pieces here and there, but the core of the team, minus the big dog, they got one place where they're going to have to revamp it, and that's losing Dalvin Cook, of course. So that's huge there. But you figure Florida State's probably got a couple in the stable back there. Probably not as good as Cook, but serviceable.
But also the quarterback be more experienced. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. SEC, obviously Bama's going to be there. They're going to be strong, right? Because you got quarterback, running back coming back. Of course, they're always going to have defensive players. They're always going to attract the best coaches. You got to figure the offense probably open up a little more with a more experienced quarterback. So, interested to see what LSU does full season under Ed Orgeron. I think Gamecocks can really step up and do something. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this all shakes out. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you go to caneice.com and check out not only our show but other shows. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the like button for our videos, all right? Thanks, everybody. Have a good one. Hey, big congrats to Clemson Tigers. All right, even though I'm not a fan by any means.